Hello, and welcome to the Casino Tears podcast. I'm one of your hosts, 10 Ton is number one, and joining me as my co-host is the one and only Ed Robinson from Roll to Win Craps. If you want more info on our show, please visit our page at casinotears.com. On this week's show, we discuss Ed's epic tirade, YouTubers, math guys, strategies and systems. We also touch on The Love Boat, One Hit Can't Miss, 10 Tons Trilogy, Why Hedging Isn't Sexy, and the legend of Lord Toranaga begins. I like going for those double big payouts, man.
Yeah, you're a gambler. Everybody wants to know 10 Ton is a gambler.
I don't know if I'm dude. First of all, I don't think so. I think
10 Ton is you're a gambler. You are a gambler.
But I'm deceptively very conservative too. I am not like I'm a calculated.
Deceptively.
I am. I'm a very calculated and conservative gambler, but I will, when I'm going to go for it, I'm going to go for it and commit. But Ed, you and I are in a lot of ways, I could be more conservative than you are, especially in how we run our bets. I regress hard and heavy.
Yeah, but you start out higher than I do.
Still, in some ways, I'm very conservative when it comes to stages of betting. I don't know if I'm a gambler, dude. I guess sometimes I am a gambler, but
you're a calculated gambler.
Yeah, there's timing. Timing is everything, right? Having the right play call at the right moment.
Well, it's like Bo said, there's no bad bet, there's bad timing.
Exactly. And what's adding into that timing? A lot of intuition, a lot of what's going on at the table. All the people at YouTube, dude. That's the thing. I love everyone on YouTube. I do. Like,
I don't.
I know, but Ed, listen, I said I respect everyone on YouTube doing their thing because they're pushing out content. And as someone that's doing that myself, it's time consuming and it's tough to do. So respect to everyone at YouTube, but everyone is running strategies.
You're laughing.
Yeah, because everyone's running strategies. I was talking to Birdman about this today. Everyone is running strategies, and I just don't think it's about strategies. That's only one small part of the game.
I know you're going to probably cut this bullshit out.
I'm not going to cut it out, dude. Go ahead.
But there was a big craps cruise this last week.
Ed, I like how you're just kicking back with the new mic.
I am kicked back. I'm laying back. I'm leaning back.
Kicking back. You look more comfortable now.
I can recline this chair and I can take this. I can take this thing. I need an extension on my cord. My cord's only 12 feet. I need another 3 feet. I could lay back and just prop my feet up.
Dude, that's settling in for episode 100.
Yeah, there was a big craps cruise this last weekend.
Yeah.
This last week.
I heard about it.
Down out of Galveston. Had a lot of good shooters there. A lot of good, reputable people and a couple of YouTube folks and some fans of certain YouTube channels.
You can mention them, man.
I'm not going to bring them up. I'm going to try not to.
Fucking all right. Okay.
So I'm listening to a video this morning from someone who draws a lot of attention in the YouTube world.
Okay.
And he's getting his ass wiped by the craps because the craps have crawled up his leg. They're gnawing at his balls, and they're fixing to pull a big old yanger right out of his damn asshole.
Damn, yeah.
And so, I mean, he's getting killed.
Yep.
Why is he getting killed?
You tell me why.
I'll tell you exactly why he's getting killed. He's betting a freaking system and not betting what's hitting.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't believe in betting on trends, doesn't believe in betting on the table as it's performing right in front of your freaking face. That's the truth. And I like the guy. The guy's a nice guy. I like him. I texted him last night. Blah 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 blah.
But you're putting me in an awkward spot now because you're not mentioning his name, but I want to mention it.
Pro Craps, Casino Gaming TV. Fuck it. I mean, yeah.
Listen,
if you go and you're playing and your system's not working, quit working the system, right? Because systems will lose you money if you're to the point of, I'm going to bet this system and this is what I'm going to do. And I don't believe anything else in the world has any capability of influencing the dice, or I don't believe in trends. I don't believe this guy can throw 14 sixes. I'm just going to bet because he admitted if you were betting the don'ts on these tosses, you got your ass handed to you. So he's got these hedges, and a lot of people play hedges, right? And it sounds fun. It sounds sexy. It sounds like something you should do to buy yourself time at the table, right? Because hedge bettors, people who
Mm-hmm.
are hedging their bets,
Mm-hmm.
they think they are trying not to lose, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's 180% incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
They are playing not to win when they hedge, and they don't understand that.
That's interesting. Playing not to lose versus playing not to win.
There's no way to play not to lose. Stay in your room. That's the only way to play not to lose.
First of all, I'm going to disagree with you respectfully. Hedging is never sexy. I don't think there's not anything that sounds sexy about hedging. There is nothing sexy about hedging at all.
You're going to disagree with me,
Yeah, dude,
your partner.
Dude, I disagree with
Imagine
you
that.
all the time, respectfully. Okay.
Respect. Yeah, I noticed how you put that in.
I always respectfully
I
disagree with you and a lot of people. Dude, I respectfully disagree with Bo, and I probably will with Heavy too on a lot of things.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
Hedging is never sexy. You can do it. There's some simple hedges. I have hedges built into a lot of my play.
What do you accomplish by hedging? Tell me what you accomplish by hedging.
You accomplish, well, a couple things. You accomplish really just staying in neutral. You're revving your engine and never like going anywhere.
You still got the clutch. You still got the clutch pushed in, but you got the pedal to the metal, right?
Yeah.
So did you go anywhere? Did the car move while the clutch was pushed in?
No, and hopefully the garage door.
You can make all the freaking noise with the engine. You can have all the sound pipes coming out the exhaust. You can have all that bullshit going on, but you still ain't moved the freaking car yet.
Dude, hopefully the garage door is open while you got that engine.
Who cares? You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but you could end up dying. You'll die a slow death.
And that's what happens to hedgers. They die at the table. That's my point. That's my whole. Thank you for making my point.
Yeah. Hedging gets you nowhere, but in some weird way, I feel like it makes people feel better.
And so I'm here to tell you, hedging does not work.
And hedging also, when you actually when you understand that when you're hedging, and if you're one of those players that plays for comps, by the way, I do not play for comps. And let's just get that out there. I just don't. The comps will come. But if you have the mentality that you're playing for comps, it's wrong. I used to have that mentality when I first started. Oh, what are my comps? Listen, hedging, anyone is going to know that your complicated hedging system, you're not even going to get rated on it. You can have $1,000 out and be hedging $1,000. You're still going to get rated at nothing. So, I mean, sometimes I feel like people mistakenly do that.
Even though apparently, according to what I heard today, that $100 don't and $100 pass at the same time gives you $200 a play on these cruises. I don't know. The cruises do their own thing. Screw the cruises.
Hey, listen, man, you're the one that's going to go on.
I want dry land.
Okay, listen, I mean, craps are out there, though. They're out in the high seas. Different type of craps, dude.
Yeah, but they're like baby craps.
They have fins. They have fins. Some of them have like marlins, dude.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead. You're supposed to respectfully disagree, but all you've done is prove my point.
Okay. For example, here's a hedge that I stand by. That's part of my everyday opening. I will always hedge, regardless. My bonus bet, be it a all tall, small, make them all, and repeater with my pass line. Those things are a hedge in my system of play. I don't win on a 7, but the reason why these bets are the same, for example, if I'm shooting and when you're shooting, you're going to see me with a pass line bet of 100 because I'm going to have 100 on the repeaters or 100 on the bonus. And that is my hedge for that with a $15 C when I get up to that level just to cover it.
That's not really.
That's a hedge. I call that a hedge.
It is a hedge. It is a hedge. In that if you throw a 7, you want to be able to put your money back up on that bonus bet.
That hedge is it's net.
It pays for net zero,
Yeah.
but you're still all your bets are still up. I get it.
So that
I do the same thing on a come out bet.
right. So some hedges are effective. That's a hedge that's very useful. I call that a hedge.
But
Wouldn't you call that a
on
hedge?
a real on a craps table without a bonus bet, and you're still hedging, or you're not playing the ATS. Because if you're a math guy, God forbid you bet the ATS, right?
Listen, what you feel about whatever tirade that you just went on, which I appreciate, Ed. I like those. Okay.
I ain't got started yet because I'm just starting to drink. My drinks are just now kicking in, dude.
Well, I feel the same way about math people. I think that the math people should never open their mouth about craps at all. In fact,
Well, they shouldn't even know anything about craps
well, the reason
if they're
being
math people, because they should never even consider it something worth their time because they're freaking math people.
exactly because it is negative EV to walk into a casino
Yeah.
and play. You should never, as a math person, you should never gamble. You should never walk into a casino.
Never. If you're a total math person, you're better off playing tiddlywinks in the street.
Or any kind of math person, you shouldn't even open your mouth about what you should or shouldn't do because you shouldn't even be in the casino talking to people.
Here's the problem with math. They will always tell you in the long run, right? Right? They will always say they would use these
Mhm.
in the world of big numbers.
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, for
they
sure.
will tell you in the long run the math works.
Oh, I like where you're going with this. I already know. Yep.
You tell me, dumbass mathematician, when the long run starts and when the long run ends, and then we'll figure out how to play it. But if I'm only in there for 45 minutes or if I'm only in there for 2 hours, that's not the long run. That's just somewhere in the middle of it.
Yeah. You are going in.
Here's what I tell the mathematicians when I'm tossing the dice. Okay.
Do it.
This is my word to all the hedgers and the mathematicians of the world. This is just strictly the dice whisperer talking.
Dude, whisper away, but the dice whisperer is not whispering right now.
No,
Okay.
I'm getting fired up. You're getting me on a rant. All right. So when I get through tossing and I color up, I'm going to the cage. You can make the freaking math work after I'm standing in line at the cage because I don't care what you do after I'm off the table.
Yeah.
But when I'm on the table, screw your math.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Yeah.
Wizard of Odds, great website, great guy, super mathematician, all that kind of stuff. But he doesn't believe that anyone can influence the dice, right? I believe that I can.
Yeah.
You believe that it's possible. Some people believe it's possible. Some people believe it's not. Those that believe that it's not, prove to me I can't.
Yeah. Pythagoras. Exactly. Dude, listen, I don't think anyone that's like going to harp on math should be gambling, period. Like you shouldn't even have a voice in this. You just shouldn't.
They don't even belong in the conversation.
Exactly. I don't think they do.
Because they're not supposed to be gambling because they're mathematicians.
No, and in the long run, nothing wins and nothing is going to win. So why are you even doing it? But I feel like math people that are like so stuck on math just like to fucking come into the mathematician has entered the chat. And so now he's got to just like voice his opinion because you're so smart at,
It's like,
although listen, by the way, did I tell you in college I took calculus?
yeah.
Right, because I was actually a business major at one point.
You took calculus and business?
Angela, and then there. Yeah. She was the reason I stayed in that calculus class for a while. But dude,
Angela.
yeah.
Thank you, Angela. Go ahead. I want to ask you a question.
No, that's all I'm saying. I say that hedging for sure makes sense to me, but when you start running a complicated hedge system, it's pointless.
You telling me, for example, you're gonna lay the 4 for just as an example, this is a popular type thing. You're gonna lay the 4 for $200.
Okay.
Right?
Lay it.
Because you've got 110 inside. So the lay, if you 7 out before any of those numbers hit,
yep, it's one
would pay you 100. So you got one, so you're hedging to save $10.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not going to work. So if the 4 rolls and you're laying the 4, then you're down $100,
Mhm.
right? And then you've still got 110 exposure
Yeah.
on the inside. So then you got to, so are you sevened out? So you just lost 100 and you got 110 back. I mean, you're playing not to win. Is my answer to
Ed, but
that.
I feel like you talk about laying numbers a lot.
Yeah, but I lay numbers, but I don't lay them with other place bets particularly.
That's a good point.
I'm either all one side or the other. For the most part, the one hit can't miss is a type of hedge.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
All right, you're doing it. Well, I've told you 1,000 times. Where you been?
Well, what I didn't know that had a proper name. What is it? I didn't know that had a title.
Yeah, one hit can't
Okay.
miss.
The one
Take
hit
Heavy's
can't miss.
class,
What
you'll
is it?
find out.
What that's is that heavies?
Some people call it the 678 now because they can't rename it, so they name it something else. I mean, they think they're brilliant, but it's been around for 40 years. You do a don't pass
Oh, okay.
and place the 6 and 8.
That's what that's
One
called.
hit. If you get one hit on one of those, you can't miss because you can't lose, right? But all that is doing is buying you time.
Yeah, treading water.
You're treading water and seeing if you can catch a long hand, because you can catch a long hand by kind of sitting neutral at the beginning.
Okay, so that's a hedge. That's kind of a hedge.
It's a minor hedge because you're only
It's a hedgehog. Yeah.
best way you can do it. The best way you can do it on a $15 table is a $25 don't pass, $24 6 and a $24 8. So you're still risking money.
Right. So let me ask you this, and then I got to tell you a story. I can't believe that I haven't even told you this
And
story.
I have totally forgot what I was supposed to be.
Dude, you're talking about the
moment ago.
cruise, and you were talking about hedging, and I told you what I consider a hedge. Now you've told me what you considered is a minor hedge, but overall hedging, I guess, has a purpose if you're just trying to stay alive and catch a hand, I guess. But you just can't. At some point, you can't just you got to pop the fucking clutch and get out of the fucking garage and go for it, right?
Yeah. You got to ease off on that clutch so you can get outside on the street. Otherwise, you're just sitting in there choking on your own carbon monoxide.
At what point do you stop hedging? Because you can't continually hedge.
The best way is don't start hedging.
Yeah. Or just do minor hedges that sort of serve a purpose.
Well, the mathematicians are going to say, why are you hedging? Why are you betting that ATS, right? Because they're going to fuss at you because you're giving up the 7, as they say.
Yeah.
But they don't. But at the same time, those friggin' mathematicians don't believe that you can influence the dice at times. You can't always do it.
Yeah.
But you're trying to influence the outcome. You're trying to avoid the 7. So when we talk about come out, I'm trying to hit horn numbers and knock them out before I set a point. And so I'm betting on a horn set that I'm tossing that will either give me a horn, a 7, or probably a 6 or 8.
Yeah. I wouldn't call those. I mean, I don't call
it smart betting. I call it smart betting.
I wouldn't call those. That's betting with
it's
with
a little
purpose.
more sophisticated, I guess, if you want to call it that. I guess it's a kind of a sophisticated way to get into the game, but a lot of people just don't know how to play it.
Well, yeah. A lot of people don't know how to play this game, period. And you can easily, I think, when you're starting out, get lost into hedging systems. And
if you watch YouTube, you will be in hedging hell.
Yeah, man. I mean, I want to keep my balls.
Watch my channel.
Okay?
You're not in hedging hell because I don't hedge.
But there are certain times where you'd have a minor hedge. I have a built-in hedge into my pass line bonus. But again, all mathematicians aside, by the way, I would go out with any mathematician. I don't care who it is. I'll go out, and I think I'd end up leaving the table with more money than any mathematician would at craps.
You know why?
Because mathematicians won't have the balls, I think, to actually bet. And you have to have balls to bet.
Absolutely freaking correct. Absolutely freaking correct. because I listened to these trip reports over this craps cruise, and Justice Jen, for example,
Dude, I love
yeah,
Justice Jen's handle.
she kept every shooter. She kept a record of all their tosses.
Oh, she was like a what is court stenographer
Court reporter,
or something.
stenographer.
That's
Court
her name.
report.
That
Oh,
doesn't. That's
but
Justice Jen.
yeah,
Okay, uh,
she kept records of all the tosses of every shooter and by name.
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and so it was pretty easy to see, and and it varied by session.
Mhm.
You know, but the mathematician calculator of the game could not capitalize on a 25 or a 30 or a 35 roll hand because they were screwing themselves by hedging in the beginning.
Yeah, that's one thing to be in a hole by the time that big roll comes around, and then but if you're hedging the whole time during a big roll, yeah,
Then you miss the big roll.
yeah, man, you can't miss that. You have to be keenly aware of everything that's happening at the table in order to, like I said, capitalize on this. That's what I feel like is lacking. Why that's lacking?
Why do you think I went all in on myself and on Sweet Lou
Sweet, look,
and
dude,
Tunica?
I do love that handle.
And Tunica. I mean, Sweet Lou and myself. I went all Sweet Lou when Sweet Lou was tossing the dice. I had $2. I had 2 white chips left in my rack.
Yeah, man.
Make or break.
Sweet Lou.
Make or break.
Yeah, bringing it home, man.
Then it's know how to bet the hand that's being tossed in front of your eyes. Not betting a system. Screw the frickin' systems. They don't frickin' work. If you're stuck in a system, you're going to lose your ass. You got to learn how to bet what's being tossed right in front of your wide open eyes. And if your eyes aren't open, then go back to the cabin
Ed,
in that little cruise ship that you're on that's putting around in the Gulf of Mexico and take a frickin' nap.
well, or maybe they have like shuttleboard. You can go play on a cruise, right? Or did I watch too many episodes of Love Boat?
Love Boat. I love that Love Boat.
Exciting and new.
Yeah.
whose, whose handle is Captain Stubing, dude? That someone should have someone actually a craps player that's going on like plays a lot of cruises. They should handle. That's a handle in waiting, dude. That we
Who was
got
the little redheaded
Stubing.
the redheaded host girl? What was her name?
I don't know. I just remember there was Isaac, the bartender,
Isaac was the bar,
and Gopher, right? Wasn't it?
and Doc was always
Stubing, dude.
Doc was getting laid.
That's yeah, out there on the high seas.
Doc was having a good time on the Love Boat. Always. Doc was always having Doc. I mean, a girl could come in with toe fungus, and he was going to have a good time with her.
There's a fungus among us.
Yeah.
Listen, man, Stubing, Captain Stubing, you got to name someone that goes play craps on one of these cruises. That's what their handle should be. Captain Stubing, dude. That'll be awesome. I can't wait to give that handle out. Here's the thing, and I was talking to Birdman about this. The problem with a lot of craps players that are playing on YouTube, and again, I respect all of the YouTubers. I do.
I don't.
I do. I know you don't, but I do. I respect the fact that they're out there doing it. And that's awesome because at one point I was on YouTube, like looking around, trying to find some material. The reason I'm here and why I was writing a book, a 3-part book, a trilogy, like Lord of the Rings, dude. I was writing a 3-part crap.
You had hobbits? Did you have hobbits?
No, but that would be funny. But it's a trilogy that I'm working on. It's like I've divided what I think crap should be in 3 distinct
Can I
sections.
write the forward on those?
Definitely you're going to fucking write things because I want this approved. Hopefully it'll be approved. I think it will be.
But you and I don't always agree, but that's okay.
Did I say this? I probably said this. I don't know if it's on any of our podcasts, but when I talked to Bo and he was like, who the fuck are you to write a book?
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought.
I'm writing a book, but it's true. I'm writing a book. I had like probably 100 pages written when I emailed to you. I mean, it's intense. But listen, man, I got to tell you about this new guy that you don't even know about.
Oh?
Yeah, the legend a couple weeks ago. So we didn't talk. So I didn't get to tell you about fucking Lord Toranaga.
Lord Toranaga.
Okay, first of all,
Was he in Shogun?
yeah, but he's not. He's not in Shogun. He's actually a craps player and he's part of my crew.
You still building your crew?
Yeah,
You gonna save room for me?
you've got a reserve spot in the crew.
Okay, save me a
Okay.
spot in the crew.
You've
Okay.
got a spot. Bo's got a spot. You guys are like honorary, but I got Hype Man and then I got Toranaga. So Toranaga listens to this podcast, loves it, by the way.
Thank you, Toranaga.
He was doing your system, maybe not yours, but the one you talked about, the one hit can't miss, right?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
And he was grinding that system the whole time. We had the best time. We went to Horseshoe.
You played with him?
That's why he's a legend already.
Okay.
This guy is fucking awesome, dude. Him and Hype Man at a table. I'm building. And when you come out here, and hopefully they can all arrange a formidable, devastating crew of craps players. Man, Toranaga just ripped the fucking Horseshoe table apart. It was a sight to behold. It was amazing. Ed, I didn't even tell you.
No, that's the first time I've heard this.
Fuck Toranaga.
You've been holding back.
Toranaga has a nice throw from stick right one.
Uh-huh.
He throws it. It's pretty gentle. I forgot how he sets it, but he has a set. He's got a nice toss and definitely takes his time in the batter's box. That's an understatement. Like you got to settle in, but you know that like good things are going to happen. I was laughing next to the guy who stick right one because Toranaga was just drinking and setting and then stopping and then talking to the dealers and betting for them.
Yeah.
And this other guy were like, we don't care how long it takes because this guy's just on fucking fire.
Yeah. I love this guy. I don't know him.
I was so close. I had $100 up on the bonus. Okay.
Yeah.
Toranaga had already hit the small, okay, for $750. By the way, I was down when we started at Planet Hollywood. I ended up down. So we went to the Horseshoe.
You've been holding out on me, dude.
Dude, well, we didn't talk, but listen to this, man. Toranaga loves the show.
We appreciate Toranaga.
He likes like a lot of the things that you have to say. It's in his blood.
I'm grinning. For those who can't see me on this audio, I'm grinning.
You would have loved this, man, because it was like he definitely took his time. And again, no heat at the Horseshoe. None, Ed. They just let him play. Check this out, Ed. This is where one hit away. He needed the 9. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had made like, God damn, I don't know how much I had made on his roll. 6,000-7,000, I think I made on his roll. Something like that. Because
You've been holding out on me, dude.
I was already in the hole though. I was down a lot. I ended up breaking even on that night after all of that.
Ooh.
What a shame. That was a wicked night that we had. So
I gotta teach you how to bet.
no. That's how, no. It was just a product of getting in the hole on the crapless table over at Planet Hollywood. But
Oh, you can do that.
it's because I know how to bet, which I got out of it. So check it out. He needs the 9. That 9 comes in. What am I winning? $8,250. If that 9 comes in, I'm getting paid $8,250. I'm going to be beyond way up. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm planning on handing Toranaga a couple G's for that.
Yeah.
This roll, fucking, I don't know how long it lasted, a long time. By the time that I'm looking at that 9, there's heat. Another suit comes down there. And
you got more than one suit. More than one suit is getting like DEFCON 3.
But it was great. They'll say it wasn't he. And by the way, because I love playing at Horseshoe, man. I just love it.
Yeah, but they wanted to come check out the play.
They were checking it out. They were checking it out because I was about to fucking take 9,000 from them. So I ended up laying, dude. I laid the 9 for 2,400. Okay.
Okay.
Which paid 1,600 just in case.
Yeah.
Of course, he didn't hit it. He 7'd out. It was a great roll, though. Great roll. So I got a little something. There's a hedge. I mean, I can't lose. It's a hedge, but not too much of a hedge where it's like I'd gladly lose $2,400 while on this hand I'm making 8,000
for the big win. Yeah, I got you.
But if I don't get anything, at least I made 1,600. So it's like, yeah, it's a shitty consolation prize, but still, Toranaga just fucking tore it up. And then I was like, took a page out of your book. I'm just like, hold my beer, right? I'm next.
Are you next?
No one wants. I'm like, fuck it. You know what? And I had a solid roll, not to be embarrassed. Had to be in the teens. Okay, nothing to be embarrassed about. Again,
right.
Nadia fucking sticking some shots. It was
you were Kamanichi the table.
It was pretty, dude. It was pretty. I went to the cage with 10 grand.
Fabulous.
Anyway, this is what is the bummer. Toranaga, he's like there in Vegas the whole weekend, just drinking, partying.
He's a party guy.
So
I like this guy. I don't even know him.
So the next night, he fucking goes to the Cromwell and has the roll of his life, and I missed it.
Cromwell.
I missed it. He said he would have gotten a jacket for the roll. I mean, he rolled forever.
Yeah.
It was clocked at over an hour.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Fuck.
Way cool.
Yeah, so I missed that roll.
Congratulations to Toranaga.
I know, man. And then I can't wait to see him again. Actually, I'm going to see him tomorrow. I'm going to see him in LA, but I can't wait for him to come to Vegas because I'm going to rearrange, I'm going to arrange my trip around him so that we can go out again. But he's awesome. And Toranaga, seriously, it's in his blood.
You can't keep a good craps person down.
He's a believer, man.
Oh, good for him. And I'm good for you for being able to hook up with him. I'm like wishing I was there.
Ed, you would have fucking loved it because
I would not have missed his role if he even hinted. I would have probably been at the damn tables when he showed up at Cromwell. I love the Cromwell.
Like he said, I could retire. I'm like, no, you cannot. You cannot retire. He said I had the role of a lifetime. I'm like, nope. You're going to have another role of a lifetime. There's always
another one someday.
But Toranaga, man, he was so much fun to go out with. Just fun to be around, which is like when craps is great. Why I loved hanging out with Hype Man. It's like, just got that. There's this positivity and you're destroying tables. There's nothing fucking better than going there with another shooter and just like making them pay.
So when I come out there,
yes,
and I'm thinking hard about it. I'm looking at different dates, different flights. I really want to come for 7 days.
Yeah, do it.
That way there's no rush. There's no hurry. We can be casual about scouting the tables that we want to play or that I want to play. I can scout those. And
hell yeah.
I mean, I really want to come for about a week.
Hell yeah.
Maybe more than once this year. If we do well on the first trip, I'll be back before the end of the year.
Yeah. We can make some put bets.
I had some guys at the Cromwell doing put bets on my roll once.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They started out as come betters with a lot of odds. That was back when the Cromwell had, 100 times odds?
I don't know what they have.
Not anymore. They don't, since in the old days, they had 100 times odds at the Cromwell.
Yeah. Yep.
They don't have that anymore. But these guys were playing come bets, and they quit playing come bets and started placing put bets.
Old school guys playing come bets.
But they were just smart enough to be stupid because I made more money than they did, and there was like 3 of them on my roll. Yeah. But I mean, they made good money, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But they didn't play it smart, and I was playing, they were putting bets on numbers that I necessarily wasn't hitting consistently. Yeah. And I was pressing the fool out of the numbers. Yeah, nice. So, I ended up winning. I colored up more than they did, but I missed Toranaga, but I really like this guy already. Toranaga is like, I'm telling you, you are going to fucking appreciate the crew that is being assembled. Does he wear swords? No, he should. He was wearing sunglasses. I think he had sunglasses on at the tables. When he made his fucking roll. Toranaga is a G. I like utmost respect. This guy came to Vegas to play, dude. He did, man. I don't think he slowed down until he got on a plane back home. Toranaga tired me out, man. Yeah, I should have been at that table to see that roll, but I wasn't. But I heard about it.
A full-length extended version of this podcast is available exclusively on our Patreon page. New episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed this podcast and will tell all of your fellow craps-playing friends about it. Please follow Casino Tears on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. If you like the show, please rate it 5 stars and leave a review. The best and most fun way to contact us would be to call and leave a message on our official Casino Tears vent line, 229-NO7. You can also email us at no7@casinotears.com. And lastly, to help support this podcast, you can visit our Patreon at patreon.com/casinotears. On behalf of Roll to Win Craps from Alabama and 10 Ton is number 1 from Las Vegas, thanks for listening.